like to just basically hit shots with the head covered my head. Does a lot of good things. It keeps me from swinging, keeps me swinging smoothly, swinging within myself, and then obviously keeping my head super still. So yeah, this is how I do it. Y'all should give it a go.
No, you shouldn't give it a go. Now I know what you're thinking. Ryan, Rasmus would whip your backside at a game of golf like 50% of the time. And you're right, he would. However, it is my obligation that as a coach, I need to warn you against putting a head cover on your head to keep your head still. Now, it's all very well and good for Rasmus to do this. He could have any training aid you give him and he'd still swing it pure. That golf swing is really good. But my fear is when you take his information and keep your head still, this is what you end up doing. You end up taking the golf club away with your head never, ever moving in a bid to keep it still. Now, what you can see this is doing is really restricting how much I can turn, and you're more than likely going to try and keep it still on the way through, resulting in bugger all body movement. Now, I think it's important to understand that the head and the neck move in the golf swing. Now, I don't suggest that you move it massively side to side. I also don't recommend that you turn it or tilt it to a point where you couldn't hit a golf ball anyway. But in every effective golf swing, you need to understand that there is going to be some dynamic movement in your swing. And that includes a little bit of lateral shift. So your head is going to move off the center line just a little bit. It's going to have some rotation. If you notice, when I get to the top of my swing, my hat is pointing out behind where the golf ball would be. I haven't kept it still. So you can see my head and my neck is not staying still. So this is why putting a head cover on your head to try and practice your golf swing is, in my opinion, one of the worst things you can do, because I would like for you to have some more dynamic movement, rotate that head and neck, and although that didn't drop while I was swinging, which you may think, Ryan, you kept your head still. I didn't think about that. You don't need to think about that. Allow it to turn, allow it to rotate, allow it to move a little bit. Keeping your head still is going to be super detrimental to your game, and that's why tour pros are really good at golf and not good at teaching it. And Rasmus, if you actually wanted to play against me, no problem, mate. You just have to give me about 15 shots, probably 20.